Hey there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with another Vargas Reviews. This time talking about 3 movies that I went to see with my girlfriend. Some movies that have already come out here, but we just saw them on the weekend and today. So just wanted to share with you guys my thoughts on those 3 movies that we saw. The first movie that we went to see was the new Adam Sandler comedy, Grown Ups 2. Which is actually the last good Adam Sandler movie that I think I've ever seen is Grown Ups, the first Grown Ups. A lot of people didn't like it, but I actually enjoyed the story of the movie itself, with Adam Sandler being this big-time LA guy that has to go visit his old hometown after the death of one of his coach, and there he reunites with all of his childhood buddies, portrayed by actors that are part of Adam Sandler's team, like Kevin James, Chris Rock, David Spade, and Rob Schneider. So, in my opinion, the last good Adam Sandler movie was Grown Ups. I didn't much care for Jack and Jill. I didn't really care for Just Go With It with Jennifer Aniston. I really didn't care for That's My Boy. So, yeah, the last really good movie, in my opinion, of his was Grown Up. So, I was really happy to hear that they were going to make a sequel. And that in itself is kind of weird, because Adam Sandler doesn't tend to do sequels of movies that he's done before. But I saw the trailer, and my girlfriend did too, and we went to see it, and it's actually pretty good. The one major thing that I don't understand why he wasn't there was Rob Schneider wasn't in this movie, and as I mentioned, he was in the previous one. So that I thought that was kind of weird, because Rob Schneider and Adam Sandler have always had this really good working relationship. They would appear in each other's movies. So I think that was really weird, and it's been a while since I saw the first Grown Ups, so I don't remember a character that they have in the second one. That I don't know if they were the actor was playing someone that appeared on the first one, or someone new, or if he was playing the Rob Schneider character, because he kind of had the same hairstyle, but he didn't have the same way of acting. So that was kind of weird. But the movie itself deals with Adam Sandler and his pals living in the town again, and because they moved into the town trying to raise their kids right. So it's basically the interaction of the characters and them trying to relive all their childhood adventures. And they come across this team of college guys with Jacob the werewolf from Twilight, and I forget his name, but he was in Heroes. He was Peter Petrelli. So they run amok with these college guys, and the college guys vow revenge. And David Spade finds out that he has a son, but it's a giant son that hates him. So a lot of different things are going on. Also, the Salma Hayek character wants to have another baby, and Adam Sandler doesn't want to have to go through with that. So a lot of really different things, and they have a lot of adventures that I thought were really funny, and my girlfriend really liked the movie, and I did too. And it was good to see Adam Sandler actually come out with a movie that's fun and entertaining after 3 movies that I really didn't care for. So that was pretty good. We enjoyed the Grown Ups too, so I would definitely recommend it. The other movie that we went to see the day after that, we went to see Kick-Ass 2. So we went to see some sequels. I actually watched Kick-Ass recently with my girlfriend, and she liked it, so she was really interested in seeing Kick-Ass 2, which follows the events. I think it follows 2 years after the events of the first Kick-Ass, where they killed Big Daddy, the father of Hit Girl, and Kick-Ass starts this snowball effect where he's the first public superhero. Even though Big Daddy's the first actual superhero, Kick-Ass is the one that jumped to popularity because he streamed his actions on the internet and so on. So this movie takes place 2 years after that, with Kick-Ass having retired from the whole superhero thing, but he still has, he's starting to get the need to jump back into it. So Hit Girl, however, is still fighting crime. She's still doing her thing, keeping the legacy left to her by the Nicolas Cage character, Big Daddy. So Kick-Ass searches for her to get training so he can get back into the game. Also, he inspired a lot of different people to become superheroes. So when things don't work out with Hit Girl, he joins this group of superheroes led by Captain Stars and Stripes, which is played by Jim Carrey, in a lot of really thick makeup. My girlfriend wasn't, when he first saw Captain Stars and Stripes, she wasn't sure that it was Jim Carrey. So until she asked me, and I told her that it was Jim Carrey. But he had just a lot of makeup and prosthetics and everything. So it kind of looked like him, but at the same time it didn't. It really looked he really looked like a character drawn by John Romita Jr. So really good makeup work on Jim Carrey. And it also deals with the rise of Red Mist, who after the events of the first movie and then this movie, he becomes and wants to become the first supervillain. And he inspires his own group of people that want to become supervillains. And he hires a bunch of mercenaries to help him out in his quest to get revenge against Kick-Ass and Hit Girl. So really, a lot of really cool action scenes. They do progress on the characters, even though they dump Kick-Ass's girlfriend really fast. She played a big role in the first movie, and she basically makes a cameo on this one. So they really brush her to the side really fast. Also, it was kind of distracting that one of the friends... he has two friends. One of the friends is played by the same actor, and he becomes a superhero. And the other friend was played by one actor in the first one and a totally different actor in the second one. So it seemed kind of weird that they were able to get everyone else but not the friend. So I found that kind of distracting. But yeah, everyone from the first movie made a return on this one. So that was kind of weird and distracting to me at least. But the movie again has really good action scenes. It has a lot of violence. It does have some very violent scenes, and a lot of killing and stuff. Which, giving the more mature subject, there's my girlfriend saying hi. But say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, just talking with everyone about the movies we went to see. Did you like Grown Ups? Grown Ups too?
Yeah.
And Kick-Ass too?
Yeah.
Yeah, she really liked Kick-Ass. She actually said that she liked the sequel better than the original. And I think it's because of the same thing. It has a lot more character development. You see how Kick-Ass is dealing with his thing. You see how Hit Girl is dealing with this conflict because her father wants her to continue being a superhero, but her adopted father wants her to live a normal life. So she's in this very interesting conflict between... she's trying to honor the memory of both of them and find a healthy middle, but she determines that she wants to still be a superhero and help people out. Also, they give a story arc to Red Mist, who has a different name in this one, which I don't know if I should pronounce, but yeah, he goes through this story arc where he was a little confused, and then he went full blown out evil. So he has a very interesting story arc as well. So a really good sequel. My girlfriend again thought it was better than the original. I thought it was just as good. Both the first one and the second one are really good for different reasons. So yeah, that's the second movie we went to see. The last movie we went to see in this marathon of movies, we went to see The Mortal Instruments, which is a movie based on a book series, which is why my girlfriend was interested in seeing it. A lot of people might have dismissed this one thinking it was kind of like Twilight. Because there have been a lot of movies and books released after Twilight that seem to have the same thing or deal with the same subject. In this one, it's about this girl that is starting to have visions that no one else can see. She's starting to see this symbol, and she's starting to draw the symbol like on instinct. And that's where she meets this character called Jace, that only she can see at first. And it turns out that Jace is a part of an organization called the Shadowhunters, which are it's a group of organizations that have been that have descended from a first group that's actually a mix of human blood and angel blood. So that's what gives them their powers, and they draw runes on themselves, which also basically gives them power-ups. You can draw a rune for invisibility, you can draw a rune for healing, and another rune will give you telekinetic powers, so they can access their angelic powers thanks to the runes. And it's discovered that this girl, played by Lily Collins, is one of them. It is a descendant of a shadow hunter. And they have a lot of characters. Again, that's why the comparison with Twilight. They find out that werewolves exist. A friend of the mother of the girl is a werewolf, which is actually very interesting because we didn't recognize the actor at first until we looked really closely at the guy, and we found out that he was an actor that appeared on a British series called Being Human. In that series, he was a vampire, so we thought it was interesting that in this movie he was a werewolf. So it took us a while to figure that guy out. But also, I don't remember her name, but she was a Sarah Connor in the Sarah Connor Chronicles TV shows. And she was also, she also appeared on the Brothers Grimm. So she's been, the mother of the character played by Lily Collins has been in a lot of stuff also. So a lot of really big characters, and a very interesting plot twists, because the story goes around in different places. People that you think are good guys turn out to be evil, and then the friend, the Lily Collins character has this friend that pines for her. He wants to be with her, but she's kind of oblivious to him. Or she knows that the guy has feelings for her, but she kind of like strings him along. Which is not a character trait that I like in the heroines, but he goes through some stuff as well, and as he discovers this new world that's been opened up to both of them. And basically, they meet up with this evil character that wants an artifact of power for the Shadowhunters, which is this cup, or this grail thing, which is the instrument that the angel Raziel spilled his blood on the cup, and he gave it to drink to the first group of Shadowhunters, and that's why they got angel powers. So the main bad guy wants to get that, so he can. He was doing experiments between demon blood and the angel powers of the cup and his own blood, and he got into really some really messed up stuff. So that's why he wants the cup, and it's this whole quest to try to figure out what's going on, try to find the cup, and also having to deal with the knowledge that every supernatural thing that you thought was a myth actually exists. Except this funny line, the Simon character, Simon was his name, the friend of the Lily Collins character. They're looking through all the museum of artifacts, and there's this stuffed werewolf, and then a stuffed vampire, and a stuffed demon. And this is a scene that I thought was really funny. He asks, "Well, how do you stop a zombie? And how do you kill a zombie?" And one of the Shadowhunters is like, "Well, you can't." And Simon says, "Oh, of course, yeah, because they're already dead." And then the Shadowhunter says, "No, because they don't exist." I thought that was really interesting and funny to me, because there's this world full of supernatural stuff, and zombies don't exist. So yeah, but it has a really good action scene. It's my girlfriend didn't like it as much as she thought she would because she didn't get enough character development. They kind of introduce things, but they also they have a lot of terms that if you haven't read the book, you might not know about. We haven't read the book, so we didn't. They kind of lost us on a whole bunch of terms. I kind of know about them because I watch a lot of horror movies and am into supernatural stuff. So I wasn't as lost, but even there were some things that they talk about that I just didn't know what they were talking about. And there's really not that much character development. Being the first movie, I guess they just tried to introduce everything as fast as they could to hook people in and maybe make a sequel, because the book series that the movie's based on, I think it's like 4 books. There's 4 books in the Mortal Instruments series, so plus there's a prequel and then there's a side story with one of the other supporting characters. So yeah, I'm guessing that's the reason why there's not that much character development. They just try to introduce people into the universe and then hopefully get a fan base so they can release the other one and then have the character development. But I still thought it was a pretty good movie. I still liked the Mortal Instruments. Thought it was better than Twilight in my opinion. But my girlfriend would disagree. But yeah, that's my opinion. So I would recommend all 3 movies. All of the 3 movies that we went to see. Grown Ups 2, we really liked it. It's really funny. It's a Adam Sandler type of humor, so there's a lot of dick and fart jokes. There's a lot of gross out scenes, but it's still a funny movie. It's enjoyable, and again, it really is a breath of fresh air after 3 really disappointing Adam Sandler movies. So, Grown Ups 2, I would recommend it definitely. If I had to score it, I would give it a solid 9.2. Kick-Ass 2, again, really entertaining movie. You would have to see the first one to kind of figure out what happened with the characters before, but I would give Kick-Ass 2 a solid 9.8. And the Mortal Instruments, again, it's not a Twilight clone. Well, it is, but it's not. It's its own beast, and it has its own mythology, and at least the characters are more interesting than Twilight. So I would give the Mortal Instruments a good 9. Again, it needs more character development, and it needs to explain some things a little better, which is the only complaint I actually have with the movie, and the same complaint my girlfriend has. So that's a good 9. That's a good 9 movie. So yeah, that's the review of these 3 movies that I went to see with my girlfriend. Really good movies, really enjoyable movies, and movies that me and her would totally recommend. So if you have a chance to watch them or have watched them already and you would like to leave a comment, or if you think I'm out of my mind and you think all 3 movies suck, yeah, you're entitled to your opinion, and I would like to hear it. So yeah, just wanted to share my thoughts on those 3 movies. There's not any major movies that are gonna come out as far as I can remember at this point. The only one I'm looking forward to right now is Thor and The Hobbit and The Hunger Games, but those are gonna release until really late in the year, like November and October. The only other movie I want to see is Jurassic Park in 3D, because if I had the money, I would go see it in 4D, because that T-Rex scene with the water effects and the movement, that scene alone would be worth the price of admission. So yeah, I'm definitely want to go see that one. And they're also gonna release another Riddick movie. I'm not sure about that one. I'm not really sure if that's gonna release here, but if it does, that's another one I would like to see. But yeah, if we go see anything, I'll make another review, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So yeah, just thanks so much to everyone that watches this. And again, if you can leave a comment or a reply that'd be awesome. But until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78, signing off.